Hello, hi everybody. Tracy Adora here, giving you a weekly pick a pile. This week it's salt, so we have different kinds of salt in here. We have sea salt, Himalayan salt, and black salt. Okay, so it might not be able to tell that was sea salt because I do get it ground up. I get more uses out of it when it's ground up. So anyway, that's the way I get it. So yeah, sorry I missed last week's video. I was kind of with this whole COVID-19 thing. I was on steady face mask um, making mode. That's all I did last week was face mask after face mask after face mask. I kept on wanting to get a video in there, but I just never was able to. And then by the time I was, done with that, I was just too. So I've kind of put the sewing machine away for a couple of days just to give my brain a recharge. I've got a few more orders that have come in that I got to get on, but I'm running out of elastic. I have used up all of my supply. I've used up my mother's supply. I have ordered some, but it's not looking like any's going to get here until the beginning of May. Plus, getting out to a grocery store or a Walmart even, if I'm not up at 6 a.m. to head there for 7, um, I, then I have to wait in line. So I can't do that. I can't wait in line. So yeah, so I'm kind of racking my brain on how I'm going to get some elastic to make some more masks. But I will figure out something. I guess the next is tying around the head. I'll figure it out. I'm just very new to sewing. I taught myself. I shouldn't say I taught myself. I have finally listened to the lessons that my mother has been telling me all these years. So they're all just, I guess, starting to come together in my brain. My brain is starting to put them into place, and I'm getting that done. So I started with my card placemats, my tarot mats, and then I've put that away for now, just till I can get my brain in order and get some more elastic and figure out another way to make them. And yeah, so that's what that's been doing. So this week, if you haven't already, you know the routine. Put me on pause, go take a look at the thumbnail picture, resonate yourself with a pile of salt. Each one, they all mean the same in a sense, but each one has their own certain little properties, okay? And I'll go into that as I explain what each one is. So again, yeah, that's, put me on pause, go take a minute, resonate with whichever one. And remember, like I've said before, that if the first one reading isn't quite, it doesn't feel right, you know what? Go and take a listen to one of the other ones. You never know. Okay, it could have just been a little fleeting thought that you didn't think was anything, and that was the one that you should have went with in the first place. So you know what, take a listen to one, take a listen to two, listen to them all. Okay, sometimes they all kind of run in together. One starts out and like, oh, it could end up over here. So you know what, that's my advice to you for that. So we're going to go into the first pile, and I'm going to go with the way that I think it's best, giving all the descriptions right in the gung-ho. And then this way here, I have just the reading is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, with all the descriptions and everything in the beginning. Okay, I haven't heard anyone liking any other way, so that's the way I'm going to do it. Okie dokie. So yeah, let's go into the white salt, which is the sea salt. Again, I have my book here. Now this is, I guess, what you would consider to be my grimoire, which is funny. I have, sorry, I'm getting out of screen here. I have 2 of these actually that I am working on. These are, I write everything in here. If some work, great. If some don't, I put a cross, like a slash through them. I also have another one, which is a bigger one that is a little bit nicer than these. These are like my notebooks of grimoire, if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, so here's my notes. So the first one was the sea salt. Now, sea salt, white sea salt, is used for purification, cleansing, and releasing negative emotions. Now, how we categorize the salts, you can use any salt you have at home. You can use whatever you have in your salt shaker to do any of these. Okay, so don't think that because you don't have each one of these salts that you can't do something or it won't work the same way. Okay, all salt is a cleansing. It is a purification. It is a blockage of negativity, depending on how it's made, of course. And some believe that the purer of salt, the stronger or the more intense of outcome. Okay. Again, that goes into your intent as far as I believe. Okay, this is all my beliefs, my thought process, and how I work with this. It all goes into your intent. If you're going into something thinking that because it's not as like if all you have is like ionized table salt. You know, if that's all you have. And then there is like a Himalayan pink salt, just as an example, because one has been processed more than the other, that one's not as strong or as potent as the other. Again, if that's your thought process that one's not going to be strong enough, then no, it's not going to be strong enough. You know, it's what you put into it is going to be the outcome. If you go into and whatever you're putting it, like if you're using it as a cleansing or first Friday of the month, you want to cleanse out the bad and the negative that you had from the month before, and you want to open up the doorway to bring in some new good stuff. Okay, that is that. Okay, that's any salt you have will work if you're putting what you want into it. Okay, now there again, now to go back into a little bit more of why there are different ones. Well, again, there are those like, you know, just have the different belief system that one would do something a little bit more than the other one will. Okay, and then you'll see as I give the description of each one. Okay, so as I was saying, sea salt, purification, cleansing, releasing negative emotions. This is the most common salt that people have on their doorstep or in their home. Okay, you know what? This one works great for anything. Then we go into the Himalayan salt. That was the second pile. Okay, the Himalayan salt again is cleansing. It's great for charging. And then this goes into the pure, more pure of the product is going to give more of a so, as some of the magical properties, this is what these are used for. So, cleansing, charging scrying mirrors, casting circles, and then purification. What I like to do sometimes, depending on the crystal, I will, just put my crystals in a jar of salt just to charge them, cleanse them. You know, that's a great way whenever you get something new that's brought in, like a new crystal that's brought into your home. You know, that's a great way. Now you got to be careful with the crystal because sometimes, you know, depending on what you put into, might change the dynamic of the crystal. Okay, because everything comes from the earth. It can like you can make your own crystals. Actually, I want to try it. I'm trying to get to Walmart to get a box of borax. I want to try making my own crystals. That's going to be a video on my other YouTube channel. So there we go. That's for Himalayan salt. Now, black salt, that's pile number 3. This one here can have the both of the aspects, the negative and the positive to it. It all depends on how you make it. Yes, black salt is not something that you can buy at a store. Black salt is one of the things that you make. How I make mine is I use all the ashes from my smudge stick and the ashes from my incense. And that is how I make my black salt, and that is my positive, happy, release of everything. And for me, my black salt's a little is more potent than any other one because I've made it. I have put my intent into it. I've put my energy into it. So that's how I make my black salt. Now, what it is good for, it rids home of negative energy. It can be used as a warding depending on your spell or how it's made. And it's also great for protection. Now, again, like I said, it depends on how it's made and what you put into it. There are some spells that you will do that are depending on what type of magic you do, where it can be more of a negative type of can get into, as they call, black magic. I don't think there's one or the other. Magic is magic. It's what you put into it. As long as you know, and in myself, I believe in karma. What I put out will come back, and yeah, so that is where I will leave that. Because whatever you put into it is going to come back. If you make something and you want a bad, wish ill will on somebody else, and you put that type of energy into it, it's going to come back on you, and it's not going to be a good end. A good end. No. So that is the 3 piles of salt. I hope the one that you picked, I hope it kind of resonates well with you. And if it didn't, well, you know what, like I said, they all kind of mean the same thing. You've just learned a little bit more of salt and how it is used in magic, in its magical properties, and I hope that gives you a little bit of insight, a little bit of knowledge for today. So with that being said, we will head on into this week's pick a pile of salt readings. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Alrighty, hi there everybody. Alright, so this is for those of you that picked pile number 1. Alright. And that was just the sea salt. Ooh, 8 of Cups came up. All right. Now let's see here. Let's see. No, that's not going to work. Sorry, I'm trying something new here. I've got my camera set up here, and it's pointing to my phone. Sorry, and it's pointing to the table. So I'm hoping to get back and forth. Might be a little bit more of my editing skills than I'm aware of, but we're gonna give it a shot. So yeah, so there we go. All right, so the 8 of Cups, that's the one that flew out at us. Alrighty. Oh, and then we've got the 5 of Swords, the Hanged Man. All right, Prince of Cups, 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, King of Swords, and then the 3 of Wands. Okay, sorry. Now I just wanted to see. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I can go back and forth from when I'm editing so that you can see what I see. All right, so yeah, that works out well. I'm gonna see. We'll see. All right, so the card that flew out at us, the 8 of Cups. Now this card is kind of telling me of a self-inner journey, more or less, something that you are thought about doing, and you just kind of, you know what, I'm going for it, no matter how hard it might be. There might be some ties being cut loose because of this decision. I see a lot of yeah, not everybody's going to be on board with this, okay? This is going to be something that is like, it's all you, baby. It's all you. And then we have the Hanged Man, which, again, is kind of like a... I'm doing this, again, where I'm on that same kind of path of not everybody's on board, but you're going to figure out a way to do it, and it's not going to be like everybody's go-to way. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Things are looking really good because of the Prince of Cups. Now that is showing me that you've got this journey that you have started. It has been like you have started. It is successful, and then you've got the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is again, we're still continuing on that journey, and how that's it. It started. Okay, so yeah, the Prince of Cups is you. Everything in your thought process, your heart, everything. I'm ready to go. It's starting. The 2 of Wands, you're taking that first step, and it's going. You've got it. The 5 of Pentacles, you know what? You've kind of settled, and there's still that you're still going at it. It's an uphill. The Eight of Cups told you right away, this is going to be an uphill. It's not going to be an overnight thing. You're going to have to work at this, okay? And that's what the Five of Pentacles is telling you. You know what? Things are, you're kind of like, oh my God, did I start something that I can't accomplish? Did I start something that is way about? Because, it's almost like it's something out of your reach. And you know what? You got to keep yourself on track. The Seven of Wands, that's you. You know what? I'm going to do this. And you're still defending that thought process, okay? You're still defending that. You're still going at it. And then here, you know what? The King of Swords. The King of Swords and then the Three of Wands of where it ended. You know what? The King of Swords is, I've done it. Sorry, my hearing aid was falling out. The King of Swords is telling me, you know what? I've done it. I've accomplished this. It is mine. And look at me. I am proud. And then the Three of Wands is you planting the seed from what you have started up here. Okay, that seed has been planted and it's growing and it can only get better. I'm feeling that it can only get better. But you know what? This whole Eight of Cups and the Five of Swords thing, you know, for those that aren't on board with what you want to do, what's in your heart, and what you have been longing to do, because that's what it is. This is something that, you know what? You're kind of cutting loose some things that have already been established. You know, it's like you see all these empty cups here. It's like you've got the resources where you are to keep going, but you know what? You're done with that and it's time to move on. Okay, like you have dumped out all those cups, they're all empty now, and you have started that trek. Okay, and for the Five of Swords, for these ones here that don't support you in what you want to do, you know what? It might be a good thing that those ties are being cut, because you know that's not the type of energy you want in your life anyway. You want those that are going to support you. Okay, especially if it's something that's okay, yeah, it might be a far-fetched idea. It might be something that's out there that not everybody can do, but you know, you can accomplish this. You once you put your mind to something, you can do what you want to do. That is like the Eight of Cups and the Prince of Cups. That is what they're saying. You can do it. You've got it in your heart. You've got the mentality. You've got the strength, the courage to accomplish what you set yourself out for. Okay, so that is just what I wanted to tell you. That's a little bit about you, that if you forgot that, there's your reminder. I'm telling you. Alrighty. So yeah, whatever this little thing is, it's looking good for you. It's looking something that it's your go-to. And you know what, if it's something that involves some education or some prior knowledge that you're not too sure of, now is the time. Now is the time to update your skills on that, especially with this whole COVID-19 thing and this self-isolation. People have a lot more time on their hands for themselves. So now, put it to good use. Put it to good use. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. Let's see what we have from the butterflies. Okay. Let's see what the butterflies have to tell us in regards to this. Yeah, I'm liking this one. Yeah, like the sea salt. You know what? That's exactly what it is. It's a time for beginnings. Clear off of the old stuff. Yeah, it's time to start something new for yourself. And we've got some butterfly cards that popped out. Body changes and decisions. Okay, so body changes, you know what? That can go in all aspects of where I'm getting it is more in the beginning of the Eight of Cups, where you know what, you're going to be starting something and it's going to change all of you. Okay, body changes is in if your thought process changes into and you go another route. Eventually things are going to change from head to foot. All right, so be prepared for that. And then decisions, yeah, you've got some decisions to make. Now is the time to make them. Okay, that is what the butterflies are telling us. Now let's see what the Sacred Traveler. I have my coffee on my table here with my cards, and I don't want to spill it, so I'm kind of I'm just gonna have a sip. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Yeah, my husband doesn't understand how I can drink cold coffee. I used to be a mobile lab technician, so I did a bunch of seniors' homes. I was the bad person that would wake them up in between 4:30 and 6 a.m. in the morning and poke them with a needle to get their blood. And trust me. So winter time, when you're doing that and you're running in from home to home, some homes I was only there for a half hour. Okay, so you get your coffee in the morning, and then it would stay in my car because I can't bring it in with me, right? So as I come out all sanitized, I would drink my and most of the time, wintertime, my coffee's cold. So for me to have coffee, most of the times I drank it cold. So yeah, so that's how I kind of got used to it. So that's a little thing about me. Sacred Traveler. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. See, now is that time. Now is the time. Eight of Cups is telling you decisions are there. Now is the time for you to take that step and start that life that you've been wanting to do. Okay. Now is the time. Now is the time. Let's see, what else do we got from our fairies? What do we got from our fairies? Come on, guys. I have a, a new tarot deck that I'm anxious to try, and it's not going to be one of the ones that the link will be posted on Facebook, but it'll solely be a YouTube type video, as the cards are very X-rated. So it's a really special type of reading I want to do. I want to get into couples readings and, you know, see if they, little areas in that aspect of intimate. Let's just put it that way. Oh, my goodness, fairies. Come on. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Wow, that was like a 5-carder here. Hold on. I think they're getting mad at me for rushing them. That's what happens. That is what happens. Oh my. Okay. Marriage. There's something. Marriage. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. Now, again, marriage, we've got to, not necessarily saying walking down the aisle type of marriage. This can also represent a good partnership that you have with somebody, somebody that is going to be beside you in all of this. Um, yeah. So as in the rest of the reading, I don't really see how, well, maybe this is, you tell me. I don't always have to understand which each card comes up. You tell me. I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. So that one's going to go over here. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. Marriage. Hmm. Hmm. No. You tell me. I kind of went another way with this, where how it could be a decision of somebody that you have chosen that the rest of the family doesn't agree with, and you actually going through with things, and succeeding, and things working out with the Three of Wands and planting the seeds. But the thing is, in this whole other reading, I don't see anything that has to do with a relationship outside of a an inner struggle of moving on into something new in your own life. So it could be, I guess this is, the fairies are telling me it could be either or for you. But either way, it is a huge decision that is going on in your life, and that there will be some ties cut because of it. Okay, so whether it's a partner that you have chosen in your life that not everybody agrees with, or it is something that has to do with some sort of inner knowledge. But either way you look at it, it is a struggle for you. There is something that is coming your way, and like I said, ties will be cut. Not everybody is going to agree with this choice that you are making. Alrighty, so you tell me, what does this marriage card mean to you? Comment below, let me know. Comment below, let me know. Yeah, so that is for pile number one, sea salt. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. You know the whole routine. Subscribing to the channel really does help me out with the algorithm, and how YouTube works is that they don't really bring up. Someone could look up tarot, but because I'm not up in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers, nobody kind of puts the little guys like us in there. So they really make it so that we've got to harass everybody and say, please comment, like, and subscribe. Um, for us to get anywhere. Okay, I know I'm never going to make any money off of this. I just want other people to see, and maybe get a little bit of fun out of what I do. Alrighty, so that is pile number one. You all have yourself a very, very good day, and we will all see you next time. Alrighty, bye now. Hi there, everybody. Alrighty, so this is for those of you that picked pile number two, which was the pink Himalayan sea salt. I love cooking with that. I just find the flavor, it's salty, but it's got flavor, if that makes sense. I'd say I love cooking with Himalayan sea salt. It's very, very good. If you haven't tried it, yeah, you really should. Alrighty, so let's see, what do we got now? I'm trying something new here, so I'll be looking over this way for as I put the cards down, because I've got my phone plugged in and it's recording down at the table so that you guys can see. I'm going to flip in every now and then me and the car and the table so that you can see the card that I'm, instead of, because I've noticed I don't normally watch the videos after I've done them. I just kind of go into the beginning, and then I edit the little bits out, and then just kind of do the thing. So I don't normally watch the videos, but I kind of have, and just when I pulled the card up, you don't see it very well. So I really want you to see the cards. So the first card, it flew out at me, was the King of Swords. So I think this is where we're going to stop. Oh, and then we've got the Four of Wands. I like that card, Four of Wands. And we've got the Hanged Man, the Wheel, Eight of Swords. Okay. Then the Moon. Eight of Wands. Five of Pentacles, and then we've got the Four of Cups. Okay, so all of them are in the frame. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, okay, well, that's good enough. Well, as good as it can get. Alrighty, so the King of Swords. That card flew out at me as we've seen. This card represents someone who's got a very strong intent. It's kind of like the I want to say is the main part of the household. They are the one that decisions are. They're the go-to. Uh, that's who they are. Four of Wands came up, and that one there tells me that there's a really solid foundation at home. That things are solid foundation at home. We'll get into more as the cards go on. Then the Hangman came up. Now the Hangman tells me of good things, but kind of quirky. Then the Wheel, and the Wheel is things have kind of come full circle. Kind of, I'm kind of getting like there's been something that has come up that now with the Eight of Swords, that you kind of don't know which way to go, and things aren't looking good whichever way, because I have the Moon that came up after that, and that card is kind of showing me like it's an uphill thing, but things have opened up for you. I got a strong sense of Cancer. Um, Tell me if that tells you anything. Okay. Normally I don't astrology. Well, as I've been over this whole time, don't think I haven't been working on the whole compatibility relationship readings. I have a lot of notes. That's what I've been doing, gathering information. The astrology, some things are starting to stick in my brain. So I'm getting a strong feeling of a Cancer in this whole thing. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Wands, where I feel like there's like a defensiveness going on, where you always feel like you're in a battle. Then the Five of Pentacles, where something's kind of you know, it's almost like, okay, I accept it the way it is. It's never going to get any better. So whatever is out there is just out of my reach, and this is, I'm just resigned to, this is how it's going to be. And then there's the Four of Cups, where again I'm seeing that thing where there's something out of reach, but again, I just resigned to where I am, not wanting to. I'm kind of almost getting a strong. I want to say laziness. There's a lot of people have kind of, because of this whole COVID thing, being stuck at home, people have kind of resigned themselves to the fact of, not resign. Like, how do I want to say this? There are just, you know, just sitting at home. What am I gonna do? So I can't do this. I can't do that because I can't go out. I can't go out. I can't go out. I can't do this because I can't go out. You know what? I admit things have gotten pretty severe with going outside. How things are. It's kind of scary that, you know, you're worried that if you just go for a walk that you could get a ticket, but and that's really sad for people with apartments. Like, how, what do they expect? We need fresh air, we need outdoors, and balcony space is just not going to cover it. My own little rant, just get on to something else. Yeah, and I understand why. Okay, I do. Don't. I understand the severity of COVID-19. I do. I'm immunocompromised myself, so I understand, and I'm terrified of it. Okay, but fresh air is also something that people need to heal and to clean out their system. So if you don't have an apartment, it can get really hard. So yeah, I'm going off track a little bit here. Well, kind of. Um, Things are where, or I'm getting like the Eight of Swords, where you just don't know what to do, because now it's gotten to the point to get yourself up and get yourself motivated. It's like, really, because it's just been, you know, this whole time of, it's almost like you've kind of got a feeling like it's going to pass by next week, it's going to be over by next week. But you know, it's not, it's going to be here for a while, and we need to figure out a way to keep our minds and our brains and our body active indoors. Okay. um so yeah, I think that's where this one here is going. The Hangman is coming up because, you know, you got to think of some out of the box ways. Okay, we've got to find ways to keep our brain, to keep our body active. Things, you know, and it's going to be hard, but you know, it can be done. Like, now I'm pulling more cards with this one because I just don't like where this has kind of ended, where, you know, you've just resigned yourself to the fact of, this is my life and this is, you know, how it is, just because there's been work. Okay, because things haven't gone the way you wanted, and you didn't get 100% of what you wanted. You're kind of, you know, just kind of sitting there, and you know, you got to get up, you got to get moving, you got to get, you know, like the King of Swords sitting there, like stubbornness, almost strong stubbornness. You know, there's the Four of Wands with the four walls, and that safety. um yeah, okay, there we go. Let's see, what do we got here? What more do we? The Hermit. The Hermit. uh, you're, you're a loner, and that's the issue. You're a loner and you want to do things on your own, but you know what, you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay, that's where the issue is coming. And then there's the Seven of Pentacles again. Let's see what else we got there. Princess of Swords. Okay, so we've got the King and we've got the Princess of Swords. So at least that's a coming back to some stepping back in your whole thought process. So okay, so we started with the King of Swords. That card is just showing me of, you know, the head of the household, very stubborn. King of Swords is a very stubborn card. It's a hard-headed card. It's a card but like, it's also a card of strength. Okay, so don't get me wrong there. It is a card of strength. It's a card of courage. It's a card that represents the broad shoulders of the household. Okay, that is the King of Swords. Now with the Four of Wands that has come up after that, again, like I said, it has a very strong connection to home. That is where I'm getting with the Four of Wands. The strong connection to home and having that security and the strength inside those four walls. Okay, now when I say four walls, I don't necessarily mean home inside your house, but a very strong sense of like family. Okay, that connection with, you've got the support, you've got everything that you need to help you get through and to get out of that frame of mind that you have, that there is no way and this is the only way, and like, no, like things are you need to get out of that thought process. Okay, the Hangman, that is you've got the way to think outside of the box. Okay, you do have I don't want to say, what do I want to say? You have that ability, you have that uh, imagination. Okay, it might be a little hard for you to find right now because of where everybody is sitting, but you know what, it's come, the wheel, life is come like full circle. This is where we are. Okay, I never thought that I would live to a time where this is happening. Okay, I never thought, but you know, every life generation has something big, and I guess this is mine, Gen X. I guess that's what I am. This is ours and yours, obviously, because we are all in this together. Uh, so the wheel is kind of like things are happening, and then we've got the Eight of Wands or Eight of Swords, where you know now you just don't know where to go. You're kind of you're wanting to do that change, and but you're just kind of, you don't know which way to go, and it's frustrating, and you want to give up, but don't give up, don't give up. Then we have the Moon. The Moon is, you know what, things are opening up for you because you are working on like the Hangman. Things are working out for you, and you need to keep that thought process, and you need to hey, it's a smooth battle here. The road is there, it's clear, the wolves are guiding you, you know, and a strong connection to Cancer. Don't forget that one. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, where you know what, it's a struggle. I know, and you're fighting it, and you just feel like you're constantly doing it. But you know, with the Five of Pentacles, and with it being a pentacle, it's also a card that tells me that, you know what. Okay, yeah, you've resigned to the fact that something is out of reach. But you know what? Nothing is ever out of reach. It's only out of reach if you give up. So don't give up. That's the scenario. That is the answer to that question. That is what you do at this point. And once you've started, don't give up. Okay. Let's change what happens at this part of the reading. Alrighty. Let's change this part. Don't give up. All right. And Four of Cups. You see, it's right there. All you got to do is turn around and grab it. Okay. So it's not out of reach. It's just, physically it's not out of reach, but emotionally and mentally you're getting to feel like it is, and you need to stop that thought process right there and then. That is what the Four of Cups is telling me. And then we have the Hermit. You know, the Hermit is somebody, if they need to resign and bring themselves inside because there's too much going on out there, the Hermit knows how to do it. But the Hermit also knows, because they're so knowledgeable. Okay, they know when it's time to come out, and they know how to get things done. You know, sometimes if you're not one who likes to have the praise or the credit, or to have, you know, all of that, what's the word, like to be in the spotlight, you know, you can do things from the back end of things. Okay, you can get things set up and kind of make it seem like it's somebody else's idea, not necessarily yours, so that you don't get the spotlight. Okay, if that is something that it has gotten to you, well then, you know what, you know how to do it, you have the knowledge to do it. All right, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Now with this one here, oh sorry, spasm. With this one here, it's telling me that you know what? Things have kind of come, and with it being winter, and then this one is spring. Things come winter, things will work themselves out, and things will come to an even plateau. Okay, it won't be that uphill battle anymore. It'll seem like things have kind of, oh my God, I did it. Okay, so when it comes to this part here in your life, don't give up. All right, because with the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles, and then with the Princess of Swords, this one is telling me that, you know what, you didn't give up. You kept on going. I'm glad I pulled some more cards. You didn't give up. You kept on going. And the Princess of Swords, especially with having the King of Swords up at the top, is kind of like, you know what? I know what I was, and this is where I want to be, because the Princess of Swords represents somebody who takes everybody else into consideration. The Princess of Swords is somebody who, you know what, I know what I need to do, and I'm going to do it. Okay? Um, and spring. So yeah, come winter is when things will even themselves out. You're going to hit that. I say plateau, but this time it's not a bad thing because it's where you wanted to be. Okay, and then the Princess of Swords is showing me that it's you know, you've taken that first step and you've started it out. Alrighty, so yeah, this has turned out to be pretty good. This has turned out to be pretty good. Okay, let's see. What else do we got from the butterflies here? What else do we have from the butterflies? Da, da, da. I lost my music. Hey, Google, play royalty-free music, please. There we go. Thank you. You know what? I didn't think they listened. I honestly didn't think they listened. I don't know if you heard all that. My daughter told me, you know what, you should really say please and thank you because they hear you. And I was kind of like, so I started and started saying thank you after, and that has been happening. So, you know, this is new for me. I've never had one of these. Um, they listen. So be careful. So that's just that. Yeah, okay, here we go. We have new exercise program. Okay, now I know a lot of people don't like getting those types of cards in their thing, like, right, you know, it's all about endorphins. It's about self-image. It's about feeling good about yourself. Okay, and whenever you exercise program doesn't necessarily mean you got to go to the gym and work out. You know, 500 days a week. No, no, no. Sorry, 500 times a week. It just means, you know what? Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. It means, you know what? If today I'm going to sweep the floor 3 times today instead of just every day, once a day. You know, just little things to keep you active, to keep you going. Because, you know, if you resign yourself, like I said, to sitting down and thinking this is it and this is, I'm not going anywhere, uh, that's where you're going to stay. Okay, so you need to keep your brain and your body going. Okay, because it all works together. You all got to keep it in balance. You know, homeostasis. It's all got to be good. It's all got to be one. All right, so don't forget to keep yourself active, to keep yourself moving. You know, even like I try my best with my back. It's difficult with, you know, everything everything aligns with your back. So, but you know, you still got to keep yourself going. Alrighty, so don't forget that. All right, let's see what the Sacred Traveler has to say. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. See, there we go. There we go. Yeah, why do I keep doing there? I was going to do it right there. Ascending the mountain, because you can see it right up there. You will. I'm going to pop it up here. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. So you know what that is telling you? You know, don't stop. Don't let life discourage you. Don't let things get you down. Don't let negative comments, you know, that is just people who have got nothing better to do with their own life, so they got to nitpick into yours. You know what? Don't let anything keep you down from doing what you want to do. Alrighty, that is a big thing. You do what makes you happy. Alrighty, and that's where we need to keep you and to keep those around you. We need to keep everybody happy and keep everything on a level playing field. Okay, so keep going forward. That is where, and this is where it wanted perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. See, keep going. Everything. Don't tell me cards. Don't tell me this doesn't mean anything. Okay, as you know, that path. It's there. It's clear. But you know, keep going. Don't let it stop. Don't stop it. Keep going forward. Alrighty, so that is your reading for pile number 2 with the pink Himalayan sea salt. Hope you learned a little bit. Um, don't forget, cook with it as well. It is very, very yummy, great tasting. And yeah, so if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, yeah, this is pile number 2. You all have yourselves a very, very good day. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Hi everybody, so this is pile number 3. This is the pile for the black sea salt. We're going to do something new. I have my my phone set up here on a tripod that is facing down on the table here. So I'm hoping with the readings this time that I can, flip up and down so that you can see what I'm talking about. The cards are so beautiful and they tell such a good story that you know what, it's easier, I find, for you to see the story if you see the actual pictures. So that is why, if you see me kind of looking over this way, that is what it is. I'm trying to keep them in shot, in line, in the viewpoint, because I don't want to do this for nothing, right? As long as you can all see it, everybody benefits from this. That is all I'm out for. Because, like, yeah, I'm never going to make money off of YouTube. I just, I really enjoy doing it, and I just want to get the followers. I want to get people to see and to benefit from this. And give me ideas of different types of readings you want. I'm still working on the compatibility. Don't think I haven't been doing anything with that. I have a lot of information. I'm really hoping to get one video done today. And yeah, I'm on a roll. Those face masks last week, they're like really. I enjoyed doing them. Don't get me wrong, but they really just the necessity of it really got to me. I have to say that the necessity of why I had to make them. It really challenged me. I have to say. So I needed to come back to me a little bit, and so that's why this is going on today. Yeah, everybody's getting their pick a pile today. So let's see. There we go. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. So, ooh, the Queen of Wands. I have to say the wands have been very, very prominent in the readings today on all piles so far. It seems like. Then we have the Fool, and then the Seven of Cups. Ooh, then we have the Ten of Wands. Oh, the World. Then we have the Magician. Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, and then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so that lined up pretty good. Okay. Alrighty, so what do we have here? So the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands tells me that this is somebody that has kind of just either just overcome a battle or one is on the way. They're preparing themselves for one. They're preparing themselves for something that is kind of like a fight for them. I want we'll see if that stays in play. Then the Fool, that card came up next. Now the Fool represents a very innocence, okay, a very unknowing of something. It also represents peace and calm and tranquility. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Now the Seven of Cups, this is one of those cards that can be a flip-flop. It depends on the rest of the cards around it. And now with this reading, with the Seven of Cups, it's representing somebody who has so I think I'm going more towards that the battle is over, because the Seven of Cups represents somebody that is just resting, relaxing. They've got their cups kind of put away. They've got things put away. They've got themselves established. They don't and they don't bring out too much of themselves. Okay, they hold a lot in. All right. And then I have the Ten of Wands, where the Ten of Wands is showing me that, this has been a struggle. It has been a struggle. You worked hard to get yourself into this whole feeling of I'm able to put this away and that away, and not hold it out for anybody. And you know what, that it's over. Like the two of these coming, you know what, you've done it. It was a strong fight, and but you did it. Okay, because now you have the World. The world is what came up. The world, everything is yours. You've got everything kind of has come into play, and everything is kind of working out for you. Okay. And then we have the magician. I love the magician. The magician is kind of like, you see that whole Saturday Night Live pose. The magician is always somebody that there's some kind of comic relief that is going on in your life. There is somebody there that is just kind of keeping you with that smile on your face. Okay, because like with this whole queen of, ooh, earthquake, this whole don't move, Tracy. This whole Queen of Wands coming up at the beginning, and that feeling of the battle and starting fresh and starting over, and now just keeping so much to yourself because of that. Okay, yeah, you struggled, but you got there, and you did it, and that is awesome. It's great that you found yourself into that place. Now, with the Five of Swords that comes up here, this one here is more of this one here is the hurt. There's been a lot of loss involved in all of this, and there's something that you need to just let it go. Okay, you need to let that go. You can't keep holding on to that anymore, because it's not going to help you with this part, with the Seven of Cups. Okay, and the world, like all of that is stuff that you have made and brought into yourself, and worked really hard on, and you know what, it's time just to let this part of it go. It's over. The hurt is done. It's gone. It's one of those that I it's done. It's happened. It's in the past. Okay, grab and hold on to what you need to learn from that to make sure that it doesn't happen again, and then let it go. All right, so that is what this is. You need to let it go. And then with the Ace of Swords coming up after that one, this one here is big, with how break free of that water. You're not drowning anymore. Okay? You're not, and the Seven of Cups, with the cups being in the water. You know what? You're not drowning anymore. You can grab that relief. Okay? You can grab it. And then the King of Pentacles that came up after that. This one here is you sitting on your throne, and you have made it. The thing resting. Your foot is resting. Oh my goodness. This is, you've got to, you're going to go a little bit. It's not an overnight, it's not an overnight success. It's not an overnight, um, like you're still climbing that hill. Okay, that's where you are right now. That's where I'm feeling that you are right now, that you're still climbing that hill. You haven't quite felt or seen the whole relief of everything that's going to come into play from this with the world. Okay, this is something that is to come. The Magician, this is where this help is going to come in. Now, if you don't know who they are already, they are going to come into your life. It's going to be somebody that you have a like an almost an instant connection with, as a friendship. Okay, I'm not seeing this as being a romantic involvement. I'm seeing this as more of that one backup that you can always go to, just to get your brain to stop thinking of the bad stuff and bring you more in a positive place. They are there, and they're the ones that are going to help you cut this ties off. Okay, they're the ones that are going to be there for you. And then with the Ace of Swords, is you're going to break free of this. You are going to break free of that water, and you're going to begin new. Okay, it's going to be, there's going to be, like I always say with the wands, like, and they always have a fire aspect to them. It's a something that needs to be done now. Okay, it's something that is happening. It's something that is burning inside of you, that needs to come out, and you need to let it. Okay, you need to let all that badness go away, and go on into the positive, because you can do it. The King of Pentacles is telling me that you can do it, and you will do it. You will do it. You just got to keep that frame of mind going. Okay, you got to keep positive. You can't let it's almost like the black salt being on this pile was almost like, you know what, you need that little bit of extra oomph. Okay, you need that little bit of an extra push, and the Magician is that extra push for you. Okay, that is going to be the one but you need to finish that battle that you're doing. Like, it's an internal thing. You've got to finish that uphill battle, and then once you get there, everything is going to be in play. Now, don't don't sit there like, oh my God, I'm not there yet. How much longer do I have to go? You know what? I'm seeing this as before this year ends, that this will be you will be on a positive note in your life. Okay, uh, everything will have come to its end. Like even before, I want to say fall. I'm talking about like summertime possibly. Not summertime, summer fall, like in that end era. Like I want to say some like a September ish, you know, like when things are just starting to get cold again. And yeah, that is yours. Yeah, I'm glad it ended on the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. That is a really good ending, because that tells me that you are going to get through this. You are going to get through this. So let's see, what do the butterflies have to say for you? What do the butterflies have to say? Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, royalty free music. It's great, and I like listening to it because you know it's those that are working hard to make it, right? Just like I am. You know, well, some might think not, but you'd be surprised with how I am in my home life. All right, so let's see. Butterflies, butterflies. What do we have to tell pile 3 today? What do we have to... I gotta find a different name, pile 3. Don't like putting a number on people, but oh, it is what it is. Butterflies. Oh, there we go. There it is, there it is, there it is. Support. See, you're going to have it. That is where it is, and it's all around you. Okay, some of that is here. Okay, in the Seven of Cups, where you know that reserve. It doesn't necessarily mean like that reserve doesn't necessarily mean like you know, financial or that sort of thing. That's more or less that reserve of support that you have kept. That you know sometimes you think it's out of reach, but it's not. You know, it's there. Okay, you've got the support in your life to get you through this. Okay, it was a hard time, but it's over now. Remember that it's in the past. It's in the past. Cut off those bad ties. You don't need them. All right, let's see. What do we got from the Sacred Traveler? Traveling lightly. Simplify your life. All right, so there you go. Again, that's part of this. Okay, simplify it, and that load won't be as heavy. You know, once if you start realizing that load that you're carrying, if you start realizing that now, your life, simplify your life. Okay, get that bad out of the way, get it gone now, and things will the world will be yours. The world will be yours. Now, so let's see, what else do we got here? My English is so good, isn't it? Okay, I know which one. It's this one. All right, walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation. Enjoy the new doors that open up as a result. Was I not saying it? Did I not just say that? Leave the unhealthy. Leave the unhealthy. My goodness. Can't tell me these cards don't know what they're saying. Okay, so that is your reading for pile number 3, the black salt. Yeah, leave that unhealthy situation. Okay, things have happened. The Queen of Wands. Okay, the battle is over. It's past. It's done. It's behind you, and now you're sitting strong with it. Okay, you're heading on new trails, new path. You know, you've got you don't know where you're going. Okay, you're the fool in essence. Okay, you've got this. Uh, it's over, it's done, it's all new, like you're a clean slate. All right, and then the Seven of Cups, like it's you've got that reserve. You know it's all there. You only take out what you need, but as long as you remember that it's there. Okay, that support is there. As long as you remember, don't forget that they're there. Yes, take out what you need. You don't want to take advantage. You don't want to be, you know, I don't know why I said gluttonous, but you don't want to, you don't want to over. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, that friend that only talks about one thing over and over and over and over again. You don't want to be that friend. Alrighty. Ten of Wands. Traveling lightly, simplify your life. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's a hard battle. It's an uphill battle, but you know what? If you can lean on that support, maybe they can take some of those off your shoulders for you and help make that road a little bit less of a heavy uphill battle, if you understand what that means. And then we have the World. Once you figure this part out, this is where you'll be. It'll be it'll be wonderful. Okay, the Magician. Keep an eye out for that one. Keep an eye. You're gonna laugh so much if you're not already. All right, this person, it means a significant part in your life. Okay, they're going to be the one that's going to help you get through the worst part of it. They're the ones that are going to be the one that's pushing you to giving you that oomph of confidence, that boost, that that we all need. Okay, we all need compliments. We all need boosts of positivity. We all need to be told that we can do something. Okay, there's sarcastic humor, and then there's that funny humor where people think it's okay to um, like if as an example, I'm gonna say we've got a cat and a dog, and yes, they both shed a lot. My husband will be sweeping the floor, and he'll make a comment like, oh, didn't you got to stop brushing your hair out here, something like that. Sometimes if the person doesn't know, it could mean something can be hurtful to somebody else. Yeah, I guess is where I'm going with this. That doesn't bother me. Like I'm still got a full head of hair. I'm doing okay. So it's just be careful of your words. And just remember that if somebody says something, it's not necessarily always a bad thing. Okay, it could be just some person's way that they know the only way they know how to talk. I guess is where I'm going with this. I know a few of them, and that's why I'm saying that this way, that a lot of times words aren't meant to be malicious. They're not meant to be hurtful, and some people just don't know any better. And I know that shouldn't be something that you have to swallow and suck it up, but sometimes you have to swallow and suck it up, and it's like pick your battle, you know. uh, just know that where it's coming from, and just let it bounce off, and it doesn't mean anything, and just move on. Okay, if oh yeah, once that Magician comes into your life, once you hit that part, it's going to be an awakening. Like it really is. It's going to be like a fresh start, a new beginning. It really is. Yeah, you've got a couple of new beginnings going on here, but it's how you travel that road that's going to make a difference. So, yeah, so there is your reading for pile number 3, Black Salt. I hope you get out of it. I hope this helps you out. I hope this gives you a little bit of relief. And yeah, don't give up. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't ever give up on your hopes, your desires. Don't ever think um, when people say bad things that it's true. Okay, don't ever think bad things are true, because a lot of times it's just their perspective, and like I said, sometimes they don't know any better, and sometimes people just want to be hurtful. So you know what? And don't don't listen to anything bad. You can walk away from this and be stronger for it. So there we go. Pile number 3, as the saying goes, subscribe, comment, like, the whole thing. Yeah, subscribe and share really is the big thing. The algorithms way YouTube has it, somebody like me won't get very far, won't get very many subscribers or followers because of I don't have hundreds of thousands. So the quicker that I can get your help to get me out there, the better I'll be. So yeah, like I really don't expect to make money off of any of this. This is all for fun, for me, for happy, and for you. Okay, I just want to really give out some positive and hopefully give somebody a little bit of guidance in their life and where they're going. So you all have yourselves a very, very good day, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.